Capricorn, welcome to your new moon in Pisces reading for February 19, 2023. Your 2 weeks theme is the Judgment card. That is sort of a reawakening. It is a calling. It's hearing the clarion call. It's a rebirth of some sort. It is epiphanies. It is once you have these epiphanies, you can't go back. You've seen the truth, and now you can't deny it anymore. So it's a pretty heavy-duty card. But it's like a reawakening from the dead. So maybe something has been dormant in you for a while, and it comes back to life again. Let's see how that is affecting your 2 weeks, or how the theme relates to what's going on. You have the Nine of Wands. Now the new moon bring in new cycles, so this is a new cycle coming in for you. And I would say you're at the precipice of victory here. The 9 is kind of being at the defensive and being ready for it, whatever that is for you. It's somebody who's been through the battle. They call this the walking wounded card. But it's somebody who's been through a lot, and so they're kind of in a defensive mode, because that's what they've been up against lately, the need to defend themselves. That seems to be going away with that Six of Wands, because the Six of Wands is victory. It's victory in group situations. It is people who sing your praises, people who think you're the deal, you're the top dog, or that you've done something good for a group and they're really happy with you about it. These are people who really talk you up. The thing is that you have the understanding that this is not the end game, that there's more to go. So you can take a victory lap, but then it's onward and upward, right? With the Six of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is it's that moment right before it happens. Right before what you worked for long and hard happens. So we'll get more on that in a minute. You are behaving like the Eight of Swords. Things may not be in your hands at the moment. You may feel like you can't affect a solution. That's obviously going to change with this scenario. You may be offered something, or you may offer something with the Knight of Pentacles. It's you, and it's in the position of you, right? So you could be offered something, but you could also be procrastinating a little bit with this, especially with the Eight of Swords, because we feel like we can't do anything about it, so we're not going to. The Knight of Pentacles is definitely the procrastination card in this. But you do have something very firm to offer. Maybe you just don't want to do it right now. But the time is coming. With that Nine of Wands, the time is coming. Because this is what's coming into your situation. It's the beginning of this new cycle. Well, I will say this person is showing up in a lot of readings. This King of Pentacles, it's my Aquarius card. But it is a person who is very, very, very focused on their business, on money, and possibly health. I would say that's more the Queen of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is the master of the physical. So he's somebody who, he would be the CEO, right? He would be the big top dog. And you have the Tower with that. So there can be some big, big changes where this is concerned, where this person is concerned for you. The Tower is an aha moment. It is kind of when lightning strikes, that you didn't know about it. It's the Tower. It's unexpected. Something unexpected happens because of this King of Pentacles. It's really when we kind of get the concept, when we really understand what's going on. People can tell you about it and you can muse about it, but the actual physical reality of it hits you. You've experienced it now with the King of Pentacles. There's that experience. And so you really, really get the concept. We'll figure out what that is in a minute. So let's go back to the Nine of Wands and the Six of Wands. You have the Four of Pentacles. So there's this feeling of holding back, and I feel that with this here. And again, this is the beginning of your cycle. So in the beginning, you may have been held back, or you're holding back because you're in defense mode. You're not sure what's going to happen here. You don't you know what your experience has been, and it's been difficult, and you've been through the ringer, and you don't want to do it again. But you also have victory here. So you're at the end of this difficult cycle, and the Six of Wands is saying you've been victorious through it. And it could very well be that through the trials and tribulations that you've had, and also the wins that you've had, you can build a nice, firm basis. With the things that you've learned, you have everything you need to offer this out to the world, to somebody, whatever it is you're busy with. Now remember that the wands are your passions, your ideas, your initiatives, and you've finished up a cycle here with that Nine of Wands. And you've come out victorious in some way. And I think that it feels to me like you've gathered some people around that really believe in what you do and how you do it. You could have helped a lot of people along the way. And so the Four of Pentacles is sort of like if you want to start something new, you have everything you've learned, what you've needed to learn to start this new, and you're at a basis of this new foundation that you want to build. Four is about foundation, the building blocks, that first layer, right, on which to build upon. You do have something very firm to offer, though, with that Knight of Pentacles, even if you are procrastinating. And the Eight of Swords sometimes means that you're stuck in the mire, but you're not supposed to do anything just yet, and that's maybe why you're procrastinating, and maybe you feel that on a very deep level. Yeah. You have the Magician card there. So you can manipulate situations any way you want to. If you want to procrastinate, you can do that. If you don't want to and you're ready, you can do that too. It's the Magician. It's how you think. So how you think about a situation is probably how it will turn out, because you're manifesting it. You're making that happen. Thoughts are things. But it's also mastering a skill. And with that King of Pentacles, he's the master of the physical, right? So perhaps you have mastered this. Again, you're at the end of a cycle here. So you have that good foundation. You've mastered something. But you're just kind of procrastinating or possibly waiting for the right moment, what feels like the right moment or the right person with the King of Pentacles. The Magician's a great card as long as you're not trying to manipulate anybody. But you can manipulate matter with your thinking. And for me, it's also a new beginning and a new focus. But it's mastery. Nice. Oh, it's like I can take a breath. You have the Ten of Cups. That's fulfillment. That's absolutely fulfillment. Emotional fulfillment. Again, towards the end of a cycle here, you've achieved what you had faith in. You've accumulated a lot of knowledge to make that firm base. All you have to do is, so be it. You have to make that statement, right? The magician is associated with Mercury. Mercury is the word. So you have to give the word. You have to give the word to yourself, to the universe, to the molecules, to the particles. Do this now, right? And then either the King of Pentacles comes along unexpectedly and gives you what you're looking for, or you become the King of Pentacles. You've mastered the physical, and something wonderful happens. The aha moment with the Tower card, the surprise, the shock and awe, but in a good way with the Ten of Cups, right? I'm going to choose one more for that, because sometimes the Ten of Cups can be that you're seeing things through rose-colored glasses. And you have the Three of Swords. So that is also very possible, but it's not my feeling here. With the Three of Swords there, I just feel like there's some old emotional stuff. I'm also going to say, I don't know if you're experiencing bad weather in your area. That's also possible, but this can be separation. It can just be bad weather, but it can also be stormy thoughts. But I don't think it does anything to that Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is still emotional fulfillment here. Maybe by letting somebody go, that's also possible, you find your emotional fulfillment. But it just sort of comes suddenly. Okay. So how does the Judgment card fit into all this? I do feel like it is the aha moment, the awakening. Something that you couldn't see or had no effect on. But that changes. There's a rebirth, right? There's a rebirth. There's a reawakening. Could even be to your own power, what you're capable of. But it does feel like there's some decisions that need to be made here. And one of them could be leaving a situation with that Three of Swords. That doesn't have to be bad, but you might make that call. You might make that judgment. So what does Spirit want you to know? The moon. Meaning that this moon is going to be quite significant, or you can feel it. It will bring up some insecurities or some fears so that you can look at them. You can take the blindfold off and you can look at them, and they hold no power over you anymore. Not only that, I do feel like you'll feel things on an intuitive level here. Things that you can't explain. And this King of Pentacles can be you, so you may leave one situation and move into a different one that just suits you better. That's also possible. Okay. I will leave you with this. It's a bit of a mixed bag, but I think in the end, you have the power, the magician. So what you think about, you bring about. And I think that's something really important to remember. And it is your judgment. It is your, at the end of the day, it's what you think, what you want to do. You have the power in your hands and your mind. So don't let those fears get away with you. Tap into your intuition. You have a good, strong intuition this next 2 weeks. I will return in 2 weeks with a full moon. I do dailies, and I'm going to put out that journaling video this week. It's all done. So thank you for listening. I appreciate it. I hope this has helped. Take good care. Talk to you in 2 weeks. Bye.